Hey y'all, welcome back. Welcome back. We in this thing. Y'all see all the information on the front, okay? Y'all know how to find us. It's all right there for y'all, okay? It's all for you. Come on, Janet. It's all for you. It's right there on the screen. Y'all ready, ladies? Let's get into it.
Ready.
How y'all doing? What's up? What's up? We are here. We made it. Y'all know we be behind the scenes chit chatting just a little piece, okay? So we sorry, but we here on time and we ready to get into some things, okay? Everybody's week been going good?
Yes.
Great.
Yes. Y'all, I couldn't believe it was flooding in Atlanta. I was like, what the fuck going on?
I know, I saw that.
I feel like it was flooding everywhere. I seen a video of a girl getting off a bus and it looked like New York, but I wasn't sure. And it was flooding so heavy.
New York too.
Okay, you seen that? And she like slipped and fell. It was like a river and she fell into the ground, whole side of the body. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so disgusted if that was New York because
girl.
Like you don't want to fall on nobody ground, but to fall in flooding waters in New York?
The worst.
That girl, that's crazy. I saw some people trying to drive through the water, and the water was coming up to like some of the people, if you're in the car, like up to their window, and they trying to drive through the water. This one guy got stuck. He had to climb out the sunroof. I know he was glad to have one. Climbed out the sunroof. Then this guy on the other side of the interstate started walking in the water, the flood water, to save him. And I just said, I hope you don't have any complications at a later time, no sickness or anything from trying to save somebody.
I cannot get the song out of my head now that you said that.
What?
Stepped in the water was cold.
Oh, I'm still singing Song for You. I mean, All for You.
Oh, child.
All for You.
The water is all I can think about. Remember on Deliver Us from Evil? God's gonna tremble the water. That's what it was given. Because you stepped in the water and you almost died, girl. God is gonna trouble the water. I don't know what's going on. I do. It's called global warming, but I'm gonna leave somebody alone.
Oh, absolutely. It's getting scary out here. I'm starting to see chemtrails. That's a whole separate thing.
Ooh. Girl, my sinus is acting a damn fool every day for no reason. My Zyrtec not working. What the hell?
Absolutely.
Chemtrails. Didn't they do a documentary on that?
They did. I haven't even watched it, but I just remember one day seeing, I was like, what is that? Somebody said chemtrails. I'm like, I don't know. I really was not into conspiracies and stuff like that, but the shit we talking about, I wouldn't even consider a conspiracy. These things kind of just are. And ain't nobody talking about it like that.
It's also environmental racism. So that's another reason why it's not a conspiracy theory. And not even just environmental racism, like, because it don't just be like Black people that they do this to. Mostly they like to do it to Black, brown, and indigenous communities. But they do it to poor white ones too. Poisoning water, chemtrails, fucking up. I just was listening to something they did, poisoning the soil. There was like some retroactive soil and they decided to dump it in somebody's neighborhood at some point. Yeah.
It's a whole community in Dallas that ain't had water since the 80s. In Dallas County, like super duper. Is it Dallas County or right outside Dallas County? I don't know, but I just found out about it not too long ago. Then that one documentary, I think I might have told you about it years ago, that Barack and Michelle had produced, and it was about the people in a poor Black community wanting to get reparations, and they go into like the history of the town, and the town is built on like chemical plants, and how your chances of cancer in that town are like 300% greater than a regular person. And then if you go back to just thinking about driving around, you see where they have these big industrial places where the income is low, where the fumes are same thing like they're doing with AI. Like it's really interesting. And then another thing is the retail geography of it all. You will never find a Jack in a Box in a mid to high affluent community. Like it's so it's a lot of it for sure.
Also government lobby shit too, where at some point, I forget what years those were, but like probably the 70s, or the 80s. The reason why there are McDonald's and all of that everywhere is because they lobbied to take up space like that, so that basically the government pays them to employ people, but to give them a low wage.
Sounds about right.
And then those people also are on government assistance as well. So the government and the corporate, I mean, y'all know the government and corporations are going hand in hand. It's been like that for a minute. But it really is like them creating these systems to where they can feed off of us, and they're in agreements with each other to not give us fair, so that they can take advantage of us in the ways that
makes sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Let's create a new plan that makes sense for us and make people think that they're free when technically they're still slaves with a piece of freedom.
Yes. And people are starved for any amount of freedom. They'll take what they can get.
And as we talk about that, I'm getting into more, I'm reading more audiobooks or listening to more audiobooks. And I really want to get some African American history, just government history books, like what is it, nonfiction, but I wanted to read as though it's fiction. Does that make sense? Like I feel like that's what's gonna make me like capture it more, if they're following, if the story is maybe following a particular person. Like I want to be able, as I'm reading, to be able to paint the scene and like visualize it in my head. So if y'all know of some, leave it in the comments for your girl, please, and thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. What's up, Erica? Thank you for the super chat. What's going on? Thank you. And scene. That was crazy. It was the bitch nigga. It was the bitch nigga for me.
The dog asshole for me.
It was the you gonna do this to me for me. What?
I can't wait to hear how you ladies feel about this and how you would have handled the situation. Some part of me feels like mama is very well within her right to hoop, holler, and scream in the home that she pay the bills at, right? However, it just seemed like this was your man type of energy, and the type of parent that I would be, I'd be mad as fuck. And my son definitely would get that work. But the way I would have pulled up a chair across them ankles and been rocking back and forth till y'all woke up, because I'm finna weigh y'all out, but not in no cussing you out. I need your mama information right now. Matter of fact, give me your phone. You in my home. Okay. These are the options that you have. Okay. I don't want to call the cops on you, but I could threaten you with that and say you was an intruder in my home. But I need to talk to your parents and see what the hell going on. Do y'all know what y'all child is up to? Because I know what mine is up to, and we finna get this rectified. This is crazy.
I would have had a conversation with her, and that's only for a couple of reasons. First of all, I wouldn't have woke them up like that, because I feel like low key, when y'all do shit like that, you are acting like this is your man getting caught cheating on you, and not your son in a bed with a girl his age. Okay, calm the fuck down. Teenagers do shit like this. You were a teenager. You like a teenage mom. So I probably would have, been upset, knocking on the door. Hey, get y'all ass up. Close the door. Put some motherfucking clothes on. I want everybody out this room in motherfucking 30 seconds. Okay. People better have their clothes on. 30 motherfucking seconds. Come outside. Okay. Then I'm gonna have some type of weapon in my hand, because I like to just scare people for no reason. But I would have more questions. I'm not gonna lie. I probably would sit down and talk to the young lady, because I would wonder if she ran away, because that would be the first thing that come to my mind.
Oh, wow.
Come to stay at even if it's your boyfriend, staying at his house overnight. Most girls don't do shit like that unless something is going on at home. And that's just me. So I would have asked her what was going on first, and then I would have wanted to call her parents. I would never send no child out there in the middle of the fucking night. That's what I would not do. Okay, because at the end of the day, that's still a child to me. But that's why, hoes be acting like children themselves. They get pregnant as teenagers and they stay in that mindset their entire life. Because, and another thing, even the way the boy was looking at her when she was doing all of that, and the way he was kind of like, I guess, fixing his underwear, whatever the fuck he was doing while he was sitting there, something about the body language gave a man that's looking at a woman that he fucks. I don't know.
Really?
Like, the way he was looking at his mom, and I'm not saying that that's what's happening, but it gives you have a jealousy with him that is like one of a romantic relationship, and he is used to you.
He said, "Here she go again."
Yes,
that's the vibe I got from him was, "Here she go again." He was so unbothered.
But it was also in his body language, and also her reaching to see, which y'all ain't got no like. It's just something of. There's something incestuous about the relationship within itself. I'm not saying that anything is happening. However, the body language, even him kind of being protective of the girl, like he seemed more adult than she did in the moment. And that's weird to me because this is a teenage boy getting caught with a girl in his bed. But the way his mom, and the way he was looking like, here she go with this shit. Like it was giving how a man would act if his old lady didn't know he cheat all the time. You know what I'm saying? Found him somewhere, bitch. Here you go. Like, I'm cheating on you. Why is you up here acting like this?
The other thought I have to that too, Bondi, as well. In addition, it makes me question his age. Like, is he like 18 or 19? Y'all know those 18, 19
he looked way younger than that.
Like 16, 15.
He looked like he was probably 16 max. Okay. I think he looked 15 or 16.
Okay. Because I've seen like 19-year-olds that look around that same age, but they like 19. So my thought also is, was you looking like that possibly as well? Like, dang, mama, like I'm grown. But the response still would be, but if you so grown, why you ain't gonna go on?
In a bunk bed. In a bunk bed. Right here.
In a bunk bed. So many things. Number one, she said, in my baby's bed. Was she talking to the girl or was she talking to the boy?
She was talking to the girl. That's why I didn't know.
I thought it was on the both of them. Like, this
it sounded like she was talking to the both of them. And then she said, "You gonna do this to me." So then I was trying to make sense of it. Like, maybe this isn't her biological son. Maybe this is somebody who she's taking in type of thing. And maybe the bed that he was fucking in ain't his bed. I didn't hear nothing come out of his mouth the whole video. I only heard the mom talk the whole time. Her dashing the water in his face to wake him up was funny to me. It's probably not right, but honestly, in my mind, I was thinking, what was she gonna do? Slap him in the mouth in his sleep or dash water? I feel like a lot of people will handle that way. Not saying it's right. Her yelling and cussing was fine until she started disrespecting the girl. Because as a girl, you just, like Bondi said, you want to make sure she's okay. And honestly, the other thing, that's your son, but that's not a good look for the girl either. Like, your parents ain't worried about where you at or nothing like that. It was weird. And her saying you gonna do this to me. And then also, lastly, I'm gonna tell my business like I always do. So when I was in high school, I had got caught at this boy's house, and I jumped out the second story window. I told the story before. Yeah. Landed in the backyard, and the boy mama knew. She didn't care. She didn't trip. She did say something to me the next time I seen her, but she didn't cuss me out. And it wasn't like she didn't care. Like, I don't give a fuck. I let my son do whatever. It was like no hatred, because teenagers will be teenagers.
Yes.
This lady was in the video was tripping.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Listen, and for y'all in the comments that saying no, Bondi, let me tell y'all something. It happens more often than people want to admit. It happens more often than people want to admit that they have incestuous, inappropriate relationships with their children. Y'all may not want to be honest about that, but it happens. And things don't have to automatically be sexual, but there is a level of ownership, almost like a boyfriend, girlfriend, that parents will have over their children. And if they have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, it's an automatic disdain and a dislike. And it comes from them kind of building the boy to be a version of the father that they would have wanted, but did not get.
Girl.
And so that's why, like, those lines will blur sometimes, and people just don't like for you to call it what it is. But what I was saying about the boy's body and his mannerisms, it was given. Somebody has been telling him he's the man of the house since he was 8.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
I'm not reaching. An
emotional incest relationship. But also, when you said the man of the house, the dynamic of father, I mean, not father. You see how I'm fucking up the words because the dynamic looked off. The dynamic of mother-son wasn't there.
Exactly. So excuse the fuck out of me, especially with, yes, thank you, Jim Jones moms and all that of the world.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. For sure. Emotional incest is a thing. So much so that whenever they even when they act like they're okay with their sons being with a partner, they think that they're allowing you to borrow their time, essentially. And
waiting you out.
Yes, waiting you out. Girl.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's why my mother-in-law was quick not to fuck with me no more.
Mama D. Yes, Mama D.
Yeah,
like
Mama
that.
D.
Mama D, and to me, Mama D so creepy on a whole bunch of levels. Y'all don't even want to really get into it and talk about it, but Mama D both seemingly wanting to fuck with and also disliking the women that Scrappy was with is a very confusing dichotomy. In 1 minute, you hate the women that he's in love with, but in the next minute, you're creating these relationships with them that seem like you want to be on the same level, but then force the respect of a mother.
Yes, she wants them to feel like they need to go through her. Because it's like, that's what I mean by like, you're on borrowed time. So I'm cool with you and you're here because I'm allowing you to be here type shit.
Yeah.
So
and
they're trying to make.
For sure. Because that's Mama D nature too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I agree. Thank you for the super chat. This is kind of talking about what Nisi mentioned earlier as far as counties not having water. Nanjamoy and other rural areas in Maryland do not have access to running water to this very day. No indoor plumbing or regular access to potable water. That is very much so insane in 2026 in America. Thank you for the super chat. Clocked in for real. Thank you for the super chat. Bondi, you clocked it. When my boyfriend snuck me in overnight, it was absolutely because I was getting abused at home. So glad you brought that to light. Thank you for the super chat.
It's a cute username.
Yeah, it is. All right, y'all. Anything else on the mama throwing water?
Nah, she need help. I hope she don't have no more kids.
And that boy gonna hate her. When he get older, that boy gonna hate her.
Girl, he hate her now.
You put it on social media too. It's like not only did you embarrass him, that's the other layer of taking it and embarrassing the young lady as well, and you putting it all out on social media.
For clout.
And he the type that's gonna hate his mama so much that when he do find a woman, he gonna be all about that woman and be willing to fall out with his mama behind the shit that he been.
And it's gonna probably be a specific type of woman that makes his mom feel bad about the type of woman that she is.
Yes.
He'll probably be like educated, went to college, you know what I'm saying? And then he'll, girl, because we've seen that too. Like we've low key. So for instance, not completely, but like Martell and Mel and his mom. It gave that because his mom didn't get a man, even a close man to Martell, it was always like Mel needed to be grateful that he was like that. You know what I mean? And then, child, listen, you can't trust them. You can't trust them ladies.
No, you can't. That's my old mother-in-law.
All right, y'all.
Should have been grateful.
Well, that was a good segment. I want us to get into a listener letter real quick. Someone's needing a bit of advice here. And her name is Diamond. She's 21 years of age. She says that she wants to congratulate us, first of all, 5 years of impact. Thank you so much. She says, I've really enjoyed watching your conversations and the way you all speak with honesty, humor, and wisdom. It feels grounding to see women sharing real life perspectives in such an open way. Thank you so much. She says, I'm reaching out because I'm graduating this Saturday with an associate's degree, and I'm stepping into a new chapter where I'll be completing an internship to finish my bachelor's in sports management. Okay, congratulations to you. It feels exciting, but also a little overwhelming in the best way. Alongside school, I've also been building something of my own called The Healing Burst, a blog where I share reflective writing around healing, girlhood, and becoming. It's something I'm really passionate about and still growing. I also just wanted to share that I've been in a relationship for about 3 years now. And as I continue growing, I'm very intentional about staying grounded, safe, and true to myself. Good for you at the age of 21. Let's keep going.
Mm-hmm.
I guess what I'm really hoping for is a bit of life advice as I enter this next stage. Specifically, I love your thoughts on things like how to stay focused and grounded when life starts moving into real world responsibilities, how to continue building your own identity while balancing relationships, school, and personal goals, and anything you wish you understood more clearly at the stage of life. I really admire the way each of you carry yourselves and any advice you're willing to share. So I'm just gonna say this is mine real fast. Don't let them niggas stop you. That's it. That's me. That's the main thing. You don't have to attach yourself to no man so soon. I know you've been in a relationship for 3 years. But I do feel like at times men can really bring you completely down, and you seem to be in a great headspace already at the age of 21. So know what you're doing it for, know what your goals are, and just keep your sights on that, regardless of the noise around, regardless of the people around. Don't get so focused on what people doing on social media. Don't compare yourself, okay? Don't let no man hinder you. Don't compare yourself, and stay focused. What else y'all got?
Yeah. Congratulations. Yeah, I'm laughing because your reaction was the same as mine when we was reading the letter. I love that she said that she wants to stay focused and be independent. But when she said 3 years in relationship, I was like, 18, 19, I was sitting here like trying to do the basic math. 21, even if she was older than that, I just feel like I ain't gonna say break up with the man. I don't know nothing about the man, but I do think that it's important that she spends some time in singleness. And if y'all should get back together, then y'all just get back together. But I think that she has this mindset of wanting to stay true to herself. But I don't think women realize how hard that is to do from such an impressionable age. You're always going to consider the other person you're with and try to live for this fantasy that you've already created in your head in the future. That may happen, but I just think that 21 is really young to subconsciously always consider somebody else. So that's one of the things that I wish that I was more cognizant of at your age, but it sounds like she's on the right track. And as long as she doesn't close herself off to new experiences and new people, then I think she'll be just fine.
And don't get pregnant. That's
most importantly.
Don't get pregnant. Because pregnancies can be more than anybody expects them to be, meaning that they can break you. And when I say break you, I mean like emotionally, mentally. Sometimes the trauma, the health issues that you might have after can financially exhaust you. And that requires help. You know what I'm saying? So you have to think ahead about these things. And boys and men that want to be in relationships with you will get you pregnant on purpose to keep access to you and to slow you down. So you have to be aware of that. I saw something today about how often men are having, especially black men, are coercing women into having babies. There was an article, I guess, or some statistics that they just did specifically on black men, that basically says they do this at a high rate in order to keep black women from, kind of stretching beyond them, which is often what we're doing. So they get us pregnant.
I can see white men doing that shit too, though.
They do.
That's the first ones I thought about. I'm like,
and they are the first ones I consider.
Why
with this comment
as much? It's not them as much because the women are already brainwashed in a certain way,
programmed to be more submissive and more needing a man for survival.
They don't have to be coerced. Black women are literally like being coerced. Like it wasn't what we wanted.
Yeah,
it was not our plan, and it happened to us. You know what I'm saying? Versus how white women, like black women, are not going to college just so that they can get a man and drop out.
Right.
That's a white woman thing to no disrespect. But y'all will go to college to find a man and then drop out as soon as you think you get a man with a ring or something like that. So, they don't have the same, they don't have the same freeness to choose something else. We have more of a freedom to choose something else because the most powerful men aren't with us. The most powerful men are with them, and that forces them to have to make different decisions. And it's a brainwashing that's happening with the white women. But with us, we're kind of more free to make some of these decisions for ourselves. And that's why the men are coercing us into having children. A lot of times it means you're going to stay with him. A lot of times it means it slows you down on doing the things you want to do. And we've seen how much men love to use babies as a way to control and keep access to women, or really just, exhaust them financially. So yeah, you know, I know that's not on the table, but just be aware that these things really do happen. And to know that when you are a young woman with such a light and have so much going for yourself, that there are men that know you have a lot going for yourself and will put a baby in you, fuck with birth control and everything, so that you can leave them. So just be careful of that. Like Jamie said, don't compare yourselves to other people, because comparison is so terrible, and we're not supposed to be able to even look at other people's lives the way we do. So just remember that a lot of this shit is unnatural. And listen to yourself. There's a voice inside of you, hopefully, that tells you things sometimes. Listen to that voice more often than not.
I agree. And I just want you to know that what you're already thinking, you sound like you're already on the right track to be thinking these things at the age of 21, and get as much done as you possibly can at this age. Anything that's on your list that you want to do, like, you got to get to your fucking phase. Like, just like, let me just do it. I'm just going to see what it looks like. Like, now is the time to have all of your mess ups, honestly. But like Bonnie said, don't mess up and have no child, okay? And, as you get older, things are going to change. You're going to have some friends that come, go, whatever. That man may continue to be around. Things may be great with y'all, and then things may not be so great. Who knows, right? But again, it's just working on staying focused. At the end of the day, I got a goal that I'm trying to hit, and just always keep that in perspective, as you're making decisions throughout life at this young age. Because girl, when you get up there, we want to minimize the regret. We want to minimize the shoulda, coulda, wouldas and all of that. We want to minimize that because you went forth to actually go and do some things that a lot of people maybe your age aren't doing. So that's one of the reasons why you cannot, especially at y'all young tender ages, compare yourself to what other folks got going on. Oh, I want to start a business, but they're in college, and maybe I should go to college. Don't worry, but do what you finna do. You might be sitting on some $1 million ideas. Ain't no telling. Do whatever it is that you finna do. Don't worry about what other folks got going on. You'll get much further. All right. Now that don't mean go out there and find your people to connect with, because you're gonna have some other like-minded people, but let's minimize that comparison.
This is advice for everybody. Okay. Listen to 70s music, because it raises your vibration. Young hoes run free. Okay.
I saw that on TikTok. Yeah.
Okay. But
I listen to 70s music all the time. 70s and 80s.
Yes. Oh my God. Especially like 80s R&B. Oh my God. I love it. Yeah, not for real. Because it's songs that they used to be playing on the radio a lot when I was young, and there's no reason for me to know the words to these songs. Like, it was 1991. Bitch, you was born in 88. Why do you know the words to this song? But I know them though.
What is Supreme, Stop in the Name of Love? What is that? Is that 70s or 80s or?
Nah, the Supremes and Stopping at
it's gotta be like 60s or 70s, right?
60s. That's 60s. Oh, okay. No, the 70s is your funk era, right? It is also your disco era.
It's the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay. Well, that's 70s. I thought that was 80s. That's
80s. That's 80s.
Yeah,
okay. That's 80s.
Girl, I love me some Sherilyn and Alexander. What is his name? Y'all help me, because I'm gonna say Alexander Rogers, and that's not what I mean, obviously. Alexander O'Neal. Oh my God, Alexander O'Neal is like the quintessential 80s. Like, oh my God, I love his sound. I love his sound. It's everything fabulous about the 80s is in that sound. Okay. Yes. But high frequency songs, the Emotions, Earth, Wind and Fire, like they made music that is really meant to uplift you. So it is like vital that you have those songs in your playlist to kind of keep your judging.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I think I'm more of a 90s kid, though. Those are the ones that get me going. However, all right, I want to move on to something else, okay? As you guys know, the Kevin Hart roast came up the other day, and it was a lot of things being said. And actually, there was another clip that I wanted to grab. But either way, we're gonna go ahead and get into what's her name? Chelsea Handler. I want us to check out her as she talks about this roast. Let's get into it.
So like I'm pretty secure with who I am.
Yeah.
I don't care if these guys say that I'm a whore.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm doing exactly what they're doing, except I'm a woman and I'm allowed to.
And that's real.
Yeah, I'm rich, I'm famous, and I'm hot. So I'm fucking people.
You're
like
supposed to.
That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna continue to keep doing that as long as I remain as fuckable as I am. So I don't really see the problem.
Yeah, no, and I think a lot of other women should feel the same way out there, especially women that I run into.
Yeah, whether you're famous, whether you're famous than that I'm a whore or my age. I think that was the other thing that they went in. And you're like, well, okay. Those aren't jokes. That's not clever writing. And I knew they would be lazy because they do that for a living. And I knew enough about like Tony Hinchcliffe and Shane and their backgrounds. I had ex-girlfriends blowing up my DMs that had dated Shane and were telling me stuff about him. So based on that, I was like, oh, these guys are pretty bad.
So you had something on him that you was going, you could have, tell us now. What shit Shane?
It's just everything we know, that they're racist, that they're bigots, that they're sexist, that they think they're like invincible, that they've been canceled for being like, Shane got fired from SNL, but then was on SNL. Years later. So he got fired. So what happened in between those two events? So he believes, this is per one of his exes, that he's invincible. He's like, doesn't matter. I can say anything I want.
Yeah. Do you think that now a lot of like white comics, they feel as though that they can say something racist and it's going to further their career?
Well, yeah, they're going to get in with that group of like Roganites and that Austin group of Joe Rogan and all of those guys. And I just, like, that's their MO. Even some girl comics have started to do it, to be like in with that group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like they say this racist. Yeah, because I'm starting to feel that. I'm starting to feel like it's this thing that a lot of white comics are doing, and there's this group of them that's like they're saying things and people, they get famous and then people get on their ass, but then there's another group going, hey, well, you're cool with us for saying what you say.
Yeah.
Now they become super rich and famous and they sell out all over. And it's like, I don't think anybody should be paying attention to that because, it's not happening like that on the other end.
I want to pause there because I want to get into another post that was made by ET. So Chelsea Handler, Shane, she's beefing. I'm sorry, Chelsea Handler is beefing with Shane, right? So of course we just heard her call him racist, a bigot, sexist, and I believe she said the same thing about Tony Hinchcliffe as well. And I feel like that, like, these your friends, Kevin? These are friends? Did you notice about them?
Yeah, he doesn't have any real friends anymore. I don't think.
Shane says these the people that wrote his jokes. He put the black folks in the picture. Now I don't know if this is who wrote them or not, but
I don't think that's who wrote them pictures. Because I saw another picture and it was a bunch of white dudes. So
I think that's exactly who wrote the jokes.
Now I want us to hear.
I don't think they're the only people, but look at the one on the far left.
Oh,
yeah. I could hear him laugh from his face.
And the one on the right, he looks so little. Yeah. Okay. This is giving the anti-black misogynist niggas that can't get women. So their jokes usually are to be contrarian and pick at people they're personally mad at.
They'll do it. A lot of people do it for a chick, but I'm sure those aren't the only writers.
But it was supposed to be majority. When the last time I heard, they said it was majority white writers and a couple of black writers. So I don't know about this picture exactly being accurate, but I also feel like it doesn't even fucking matter. I think Chelsea's point was the main point, which is that y'all tell these racist jokes not because you think it's funny, but because you want to get in with a certain group of racists. So it's really a dog whistle to the people you're trying to impress. And Kevin is all about being a billionaire. That's all Kevin cares about, is being a billionaire. So once Kevin said that, everybody figured out that Kevin would be willing to do anything, including having a comedy show where they're supposed to be roasting him, but it's just an opportunity for them to be racist. You know,
I remember mentioning this, though. I did say I don't know if anything would have changed if there were Black writers. Now to find out they had Black writers and nothing changed. Maybe because the dollars were white as well. But I want us to check out what Cheryl said, because Cheryl, I felt, had a different tune like a week ago. But now let me see.
Are really upset about what went on at the roasting.
Her husband committed suicide 3 years into their marriage. I've been sitting next to her for 2 hours, and I have to ask, how did he last that long?
Cheryl was in the Air Force, but she couldn't fly, and neither could her husband, who jumped off.
When they talked to me about how they were coming at me, I said, it better be funny. But I also told them, whatever you say, it's not me that you got to deal with. It's who's waiting for you outside. It allowed me to talk about, if you're going to go against my husband taking his life, let's talk about mental health. It's in poor taste, but that's how they roast now. I didn't know it was coming. I didn't know. But if as a comic on a roast, if you don't have a good comeback, you will really damage the whole discussion if you say something whack in return.
There are folks out there who are.
Would you mind closing?
All right. So that is what Cheryl said. 1 minute she said she didn't really care what was being said about her, but I think now that she's seeing how it's affecting other people, she's like, yeah, they could have did a little better than what they did.
I think she always, to me, I think Cheryl knows what's going to happen. I saw David Allen Greer in the comments on somebody's post, and basically a lot of comedians know exactly what the roast is going to be once they find out who it's for and who's involved. So I think the ones that are there know that they need to prepare. I mean, we all know you got to prepare for racism at any job with white people. So I think they already knew. However, I don't know if they thought it was going to have the reaction that it had. Because, you know, the country's so racist right now. I don't know. But yeah, it's just, to me, when it comes to Cheryl, I feel like understood exactly what was going to happen and was going to not care as long as it was able to be brushed under the rug. But the fact that it's being dragged out the way it is kind of makes you want to have some allegiance to the people that are angry on your behalf, because secretly you probably felt the way and just was going to brush it off like you do every other thing that happens in Hollywood. You know,
it could have been it.
Yeah, I think it was a combination. I think she brushed it off for sure, but she definitely came prepared when she said you have to have the correct responses to handle the situations the right way, or else it'll something like there has to be room for a mental health discussion or something along those lines. Basically, she was just explaining the fact that if she didn't respond the way she did, everybody would have missed the point. He probably wouldn't have looked like the asshole he did, because everything would have been like, you can't take a joke. You can't take. It would have been more of that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If she would have acted hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. If she acted hurt, it would have been more about why can't you take a joke and less about what he said was fucked up. So I think that her response and her being prepared was great. But yeah, I saw a comment from Erica, and it said that Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish are alike. And I completely agree.
Absolutely.
They're one and the same.
Anything. Willing to sell out for anything.
They're two people who I'm like, why do I still see you getting, and I'm not saying I don't want them to get opportunities. I just want to indulge, but why? I don't understand how you get as many opportunities as you do.
Because they're willing to do things that other Black people won't do. That's why. Also, the fact when you were saying it, all I could think of is the fact that they both have parental wounds that makes them crave a certain type of validation that they're never gonna get. Tiffany Haddish had a terrible situation with her foster mother and all of that. It gives, I'm never gonna get love and validation, so I act thirsty for it. And Kevin, you know, dad was a crackhead, so you know, of course, it's I was abused and I made it funny and made millions out of that. So that means I don't ever have to really deal with anything because I got positive reinforcement from my pain. And you know, it's the same thing for Tiffany, but Tiffany's a Black woman, so she's not gonna get the same you know, brush off that Kevin is gonna get. And, you know, Kevin is a super duper sellout. As soon as he decided he wanted to be a billionaire, I don't think anything else mattered. Because you remember, Jamie, I think you covered that story too about what happened with him and his homeboy, and kind of putting that case where it
The
made
wreck.
no, not just the wreck, but no, when he got caught cheating and was clapping that girl cheek,
Yeah, and try to put it off on the
yes, and then he tried to put it off on his friend and say his friend tried to extort him, and it actually came out that that's not what happened at all, and he never publicly apologized, even though he said that he would. So he ruined his friend's whole shit trying to create that story, which was so fucking and everybody just kind of forgot about it, and it's weird to this day.
And I could have sworn that guy sued Kevin, so I wonder if there was a settlement or something like that.
They probably settled.
Yeah, because it just like faded away after a while. After that, that's when I started seeing all them interviews, and I'm like, oh, this man been talking for the longest. He was played.
I think Kevin's a terrible person. I never wanted to admit that, but now at this point in life, I do. Once I hit, because there are stories.
No, I'm saying I'm surprised you never wanted to admit it, because I'm not surprised at all. Anybody could have told me that from jump, and I would have believed it.
I liked his ability to laugh at himself, so I gave him brownie points for that. House Husbands, oh my God, I love that. It was so fucking funny, and I enjoyed it so much. And I thought, oh well, he can't be that bad if he can make fun of himself, because he really was making fun of himself in that. But no, that's who he is. And then after that show, it kind of got worse.
And I did, and it just makes me question, how bad of a person are you? Because I did see that post that Essence ended up taking down, where I guess some people were fired and then they ended up being sued or something like that for being fired. I gotta see if I can find it, but like it was put up and then it was taken down.
I don't know about that, but I saw somebody did a video on TikTok, like literally about something else that Kevin Hart did when some people got fucked over. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know who that. I don't know. But it was put out. Okay.
I said The Rock ain't shit neither. First of all, him and The Rock, the shit Cat Williams said, I feel like everything Cat Williams said was based in truth.
What did he say?
He basically joked that they fucking.
Who? Help us today.
That Kevin is fucking who?
The Rock.
That's crazy.
But remember when he was like, come get on his tit? And somebody said Kevin stood up and Kevin had a hard dick. I was like, that's because Kevin's probably on drugs.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. But he might be on something that got his dick hard. Okay. He might be on a Viagra pill or something. Okay. He might have took it too early.
Something going on. That's crazy.
Speaking of dicks being hard, oh my God, I'm sorry, y'all, but I still want to laugh. Did y'all see the video of T.I. on stage in the gray sweatpants?
No. Girl. I don't want to see that either. Ugh.
I only saw it because there's a girl that will dress up like some of these artists and do some of the things that they do on stage. That's how I found that J Boog all the shit. Yes.
The concert.
Yes. That's how I found her. She dresses up like them, and then you'll see her before you see the actual clip. And then you
talking about the young barbecue girl?
Is that it? I don't know if
that's what I thought about too.
No, not her. Not her. I'm gonna have to find it and put it in our chat so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But it is the most hilarious thing the way she be copying these men. Because I think she might have copied Genuine at some point, because you know how they be having their old man performances, and so she'll copy them, and then you'll go in.
Did Genuine fall off the stage last year or year before last or something like that?
I know she definitely did one of them dance moves that he did that everybody was like, what the fuck is going on? Let me
mess. A mess. A mess, a mess, a mess.
Yeah, young barbecue good for that, dancing in the street.
Hilarious. She's funny.
I think her Jason Derulo video was one of the more popular ones.
Jason Derulo?
He kept doing that dance online. I think it was during the pandemic or maybe like 2021.
Oh, I didn't know that. Podcast Bros. I don't know. I don't know if she does that podcast. I didn't know she did. Oh, Bondi just shared it. Hold on.
That's the one with him. I'm trying to. I found the one with her. Hold up. I'm setting it right.
Okay.
I sent it.
Okay, let me see if I can pull it up.
The last one I sent is the one of the girl.
Where is it? I don't see it
Oh,
on my
TikTok. Sorry. TikTok.
Oh,
no. I'm on TikTok. I just don't see our
Okay.
Group chat.
thread for some reason. I don't know why it won't show me the group one. It only shows me.
Let me see.
Let me see if I can send it. Oh, is that? Hold on. Is that Kiata? Oh, nah. That's not her. Okay. I don't know why I can't send it.
Dang, I can't forward it to you either.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Let me see. Bondi muted if she don't know it.
Okay, cool. You put it on Instagram.
Okay, I sent both of them.
Okay. Now I think I can see them.
I love Young Barbecue, but it's not her.
Oh yeah, I seen her.
This girl is crazy. Oh wow! I'm just now seeing she got the pants that's on swole at the bottom.
Video?
Exactly, because as soon as you see her, then you gotta go find the original video.
That's crazy. My God, today. Now I ain't gonna lie. I kind of want to see what the original was talking about.
Please go see it. Please go see it. That's why I said that's the only way you're gonna want to see it.
That's crazy.
Hilarious. Let me go. Maybe make sure I follow her. So
Lord have mercy.
Find her next time. Okay, no, I am following her. I just be forgetting people's names.
What's her name?
Bad.
Is Lady?
Oh wow, is this it?
Lady Gang, Layla Gang _ Layla Gang.
Oh my God, today.
You know we can't share, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up.
I'm about to scream. She look just like him.
Grand hustle boy. Ain't I?
No,
ain't
it's
I?
the way she was poking her stomach out there to show her just a little bit of gut as well. She's so fucking petty for that.
He knew what he was doing, y'all. That's why he's sideways. He needed this concert to go viral. Bruh. That's why he's sideways the whole time. Like, boy, if you don't go sit yourself, that's crazy.
I'm like, you don't have enough muscle tone for that. Because you know, T.I. one of them skinny niggas. So he had like muscle tone from being skinny. And now you old. So if you ain't in the gym putting them up, don't nobody want to see that soft body from you niggas.
Okay.
But
when I tell you, I laughed for a good 30 minutes going back and forth between her clip and his clip.
That is insane.
They say he got Tiny pregnant that last time on purpose to make sure that she didn't have, that she didn't go off to tour with a skate and leave his ass behind.
Oh, I thought he was just trying to make sure she didn't go back to Floyd.
Oh, nah, I thought that they wanted to redeem themselves from the miscarriage they had of the child she had when she was like 9 months, or the stillborn. I think the baby was stillborn. They had a stillborn before her.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know that.
Somebody said that in the comments. I didn't know she had a stillborn, but I still think that baby might have been I'm trying to get you pregnant, bitch, so you can't go nowhere too. Because y'all know T.I. couldn't stand the fact that Tiny wanted to work, even though when he met her, she was her. He's so weird. But yeah, nah, I'm glad he cut his hair off though. Thank God. Oh my God, I'm so glad he cut them locks off.
All right, y'all. Okay, let's get into our next topic, and that is Miss Cheyenne. So she has been a topic of conversation for some time. Miss Ma'am said that she is not going to be proving anything. I want to run that back before we get into the men that are defending a Black woman. That's dope. Okay, that's what's up.
I have multiple degrees, and I'm not going to prove anything to anybody. My obedience is to God, not to people. And so as long as I'm in his will and I'm serving and I'm doing his his word, my sheep will know my voice, even the sheep in wolf clothing. That is not my battle.
Well,
That's
with the
his.
questions that are out there, why not provide the proof of your degree? Why not?
Well, a couple of things, right? I have multiple degrees, and my thing is that my proof isn't something that I have to prove to individuals. My proof is already within my credentials, my degrees, and also more than just my titles. It's in how effective I've been. All of my sessions have been live.
And none of your people have changed. Let us get into the defense from Paul.
I get it that people want to tear Mrs. Dr. Cheyenne down.
Dr. Cheyenne.
Miss Right.
And you have to listen what she said, because I'm like, yeah, maybe she isn't a credentialed doctor like everybody else is who's in this space, but she's made a lane to where she became famous off of being in this lane. And so many people want to do it. And she said, I heard her, she said, I created my own lane. Did you hear that part?
Mm-hmm.
She created her own lane to where, listen, if people are going to listen to my advice and I can change lives and I can help you go from a negative to a positive, regardless of my credentials, do I have to go to school to be qualified? Like, people feel like you got to go to school to be qualified to be at a certain level. And I get it. Like if I feel like if you're changing lives and you're able to say, walk away from Dr. Cheyenne, like, damn, that really helped me out. Just because she put doctor in front of her, I mean, people do that all the time. You think she's the only one? No, she's the most famous one. There's a lot of people that I know that got the doctor.
Cheyenne Bryant having or not having a doctorate does nothing to my doctorate, Art. It does nothing to my career. It does nothing to my profession. I don't have a need to investigate her. I don't have a need to slander her, to belittle her, to malign her, to assault her. I don't have no need to do anything against that Black woman because she hasn't hurt anybody. She is a life coach, Art, and you don't have to be certified or have a doctorate or a license to be a life coach. She ain't misdiagnosed nobody. She ain't done no clinical work without a license. I haven't seen any wrongdoing from Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. So what do I think is going on here, Art? I believe that Black women, I'm going to call the kettle black. Some men too, but mostly Black women are attacking her out of jealousy.
Oh, not
they
jealous.
Are jealous of her looks.
Jealous. You're jealous.
They are jealous of her life coaching career. They are jealous of her podcast success.
I have to stop it for a second because it's really killing me how you now are trying to rebrand her as the doctor that you are. You are rebranding her as just a life coach when that is not how she has represented and presented herself to other people. She has been operating from a space that she is a doctor. Okay. She has even once mentioned that she was a therapist. Okay. No, I'm sorry. Like,
no, give it up for Meat Munching Monique.
Say what?
I said, give it up for Meat Munching Monique, y'all, because that's exactly who she is.
Exactly. She said they lost her papers. Dr. Umar and his titties are reaching.
He's also, from what I understand, not a doctor either. He might have his psychology degree, but he is not a doc. I don't believe he has a doctorate either. So that's another reason.
I could tell you why. And you said something in the beginning. Black men are coming to the defense of a Black woman. It's number one, because she's pretty. But number two, her opinions and her takes on things are to the benefit, so based on society. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. She's not bad looking. So based on what men claim to like, based society judgment, yeah, sure. Let's just say that she's pretty, right? Number two, her opinions are to the benefit of Black men. They don't benefit Black women. So of course they gonna go up for her because pick me behavior. Y'all want us to be subject to the brainwashing shit that she be preaching, but now that she doesn't have the credentials, y'all still want us to believe the logic that she was spewing. So y'all just gonna make her a damn doctor, and then Paul Pierce dumbass gonna say, she created her own lane. To your point, Jamie, she did not. Because if she wanted to create her own lane, she would have been forthcoming from jump and said, I'm a life coach, but my social media brand name is Dr. Bryant. That's your own lane.
Right. Exactly. And I do want to say this. Dr. Umar he's a doctor.
I thought somebody said that last episode.
Yeah, from 20, he got it in like 2010. Yeah.
Are y'all sure?
I'm looking at his dissertation.
Just because he wrote a dissertation
published.
don't mean he published it. Okay. Because I checked some years ago and he was not a doctor. He had gotten his psychology degree, but I had not seen an actual doctorate from him. I feel like that nigga went and got that shit during this time period.
I'm screaming.
It makes me like, we could just simplify it all the way down to, they said, they act like you have to go to school for a certain amount of time to have these titles. Well, let's take you to a street surgeon. Let's do that. And if they've been doing shit on the street for long enough, ask K. Michelle. Wrong road. Don't matter how long they've been doing the shit.
Oh, it could be AI. I don't trust anything since this president came. He could have paid for that shit. All we know. Listen, I'm talking about Umar. They in the comments talking about it could have been an AI dissertation.
I'm screaming.
I promise y'all, some years ago when I first looked him up, and I looked him up online, and he did not have a doctorate, an actual, like, I graduated with my doctorate from. So, you know, like I said, whatever. But either way, I still feel like even if you actually went and got your doctorate for real, you're still untrustworthy because the advice that you give is from a grift. It's not from actual like facts or anything. It's not so you can actually help anybody. It's so that you could push an agenda and grift from that agenda. So to me, you know, I can't stand Dr. Umar for that shit. Okay. Umar Johnson head ass nigga.
Yeah, and then I do feel like, you know, if her works have been extremely helpful to some, at a point where she is being drugged by people, I would want to believe that there would be regular people that will come out and want to speak to, no, she's a doctor. She was my doctor or therapist, whatever, license or whatever, at once upon a time. And this was my experience with her. Now, I did come across one person. I didn't get into the full video, but that person was coming from a place of not having a good experience with her, because I think she had suffered like some head trauma or something like that. And she went to her. And I don't think it was that great of an experience for her, but I haven't seen a lot of other people come out and advocate and support her in this moment, you know? But
also, I'm sorry. I just want to find a comment. I'm going to dismiss Dr. Umar's doctorate. I'm going to get up here and say that I don't believe he's a real doctor. I'm going to say it. You know why? You know why? Because he just said that a whole bunch of black women were jealous of this bitch because she up here lying about whether she got one or not. So
but he's not a doctor of psychology, is he?
That's what it said. That's what it says.
I don't believe nothing nobody telling me these days. Anything could be fake. Anything could be AI.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is real or not. I'll send it to y'all then.
I believe y'all research. I believe y'all research. I just don't trust that nigga actually knows anything. So that's why I'm like, huh? I see y'all in the comments. I know everybody loves for me to be wrong. That's fine. I'll be wrong. But does he actually act like a doctor? Yeah, when he's repeating shit 3 times so he can make sure he commits it to y'all memory like a brainwashing technique. Absolutely.
That's like Cheyenne Bryant saying right. You'll ask her a question, she'll make a statement that's not answering a question, she'll say right, because she wants you to commit yourself to whatever she's saying is true. She wants you to be so right. You're like,
And I mean, to me, the fact that the thing I don't understand and I don't like is people don't be putting, like, if I graduated, why on her website does it not say graduated class of, graduated, you know what I'm saying? Why does it not say that on her website? She never says when she graduated on her bio or anything. And the way we used to be proud of graduating, you were a class of 2010, bitch. Class of 2015. Like you gonna say when you graduated, okay? Also, once again, all Dr. Umar does interviews with other ignorant niggas on the internet, so I can absolutely act as if he doesn't know anything that he's talking about. Therefore, his doctorate would be dismissed by me. Dismissed. Get it out of here. I don't care about it. Get it out of here.
Did y'all want to hear anything else from Umar?
No, him and his titties can go.
School? Where is his school?
What you mean? Are you talking about the school he went to?
No, the school that he was supposed to be.
Oh, the school he was supposed to. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know what happened with that.
I just
wherever Kanye school is.
Oh, well, didn't Kanye actually? No, who? No,
he had a school.
Kanye had a school.
I don't. Is it still up? I don't think it is.
No,
I doubt it. I don't know.
A lot of kids started backing out of that school. One time he said some shit, and buku people had to drop out of the school. I just feel like people get on the internet and lie and make up shit all the time, and y'all like them.
Yeah, you ain't got to be a doctor for it.
This is Shannon.
I'm like,
what he said.
Get over it. I'm light skinned too. Y'all should be able to get over it.
That is. All right, y'all. So that's what's going on with her as we speak on doctors and who's one and who is not one. One thing Dr. Wendy gonna do, Dr. Wendy was gonna let you know she had all the degrees and which degrees her ass had. Now, I wish she had the degree to get herself up out this situation, but she does not at this moment. It appears that she will be tried with Eddie in January of 2027, according to What Else Is Going On podcast. Y'all, I'm tired.
You say you tired?
I'm tired. I feel like Wendy, she was they were gonna do this together, then they weren't gonna do this together, and then now they doing it together. And some part of me is nervous, and I'm like, "Girl, just plead guilty, bitch, so we can go on." But I mean,
honestly, I think the flopping back and forth make them look a little bit more guilty. It's looking like we know we guilty of something. I don't know what y'all gonna charge us with. We gonna stick together, but it's because we're not gonna stick together. It's given. Why are you switching so many times? It's giving. Give us the punishment that's going to be easiest. That's my impression.
This is why I feel like it can't be given that, because y'all want to go to trial. Can y'all not go to trial and just plead guilty? Because if there is some guilt in any capacity, right? Y'all are found guilty. Y'all finna go to jail. It's given a little bit of Karen Huger. So, I mean, the only good thing to me about them having a trial in 2027 is how many months they have to look over the discovery. And if there's definite, evidence against them, then they could just say, hey, we just want to plead guilty. Just go. Let's just shut it down now and see if we can get some probation.
That's a great point. They do have a lot of extra time for that. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's buying them time and strategy.
We shall see.
When you was talking about doctors losing, I thought you was talking about that other one.
Erica, seriously? Why is Erica Googling everybody's dissertation right now?
Screaming.
I cannot. I cannot. What's her dissertation in? I'm gonna just say I don't even care anymore. I when I tell you I stopped caring about Eddie and Wendy, I think maybe the second time they decided to not. Like, remember, because they did it, they was like, we gonna go together. And then it was like, we gonna break it up. We not gonna go together. It was like, we gonna go together again. And I stopped caring. And then I think they was like, nah, we gonna break it apart. And then they just come to us and say that now they gonna do it together again.
Oh, I thought this was only the third time.
I don't know whether it was the third or the fourth time, but it's one too many goddamn times for me. Okay? It is one too many goddamn times for me. I just don't even care about it no more. And I feel like they're gonna end up getting a slap on the wrist anyway. You know what I mean? Give them the fucking slap on the wrist so we can go on about our business. This don't need no jail time.
No, truly, it don't. What did that lady Teresa get from New York? She get 3 years or something like that.
Yeah, but they was doing way more shit than this, right? Wasn't they tax evading?
Yeah, some type of fraud for sure.
Yeah, I think they might have defrauded the government. Not just an insurance company that's already.
And she only got 3 years?
Well, I think it was because it was her and her husband. And, of course, they were who they were. So I think they got a slap on the wrist. But for them, they was doing it to the extent that the slap on the wrist was the 3 years. Because I think when she got out, the husband went in or vice versa. But they made it so that they would not be in jail at the same time so that their kids would have a parent. Which I also thought was some shit they would never do for Black people. That's just how they is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm reading it now. You're right. They were allowed to stagger their sentences. Yep.
All right. Well, that's...
Oh, shit. She was only there a year. She was only in a year, y'all.
Oh, okay. I'm going to say, I don't think it was that long.
2015. Yeah.
Is this the one whose husband went in right after her?
Yeah. I think he went in first.
Okay.
Yeah. She only did a year. Yeah, hang this shit up. Let Eddie and Wendy go. The fashions are so good.
I know that yellow. She walked up in that yellow. I was like, yeah, bitch, Tiara and them gonna be outside taking pictures and shit.
Child. Well, good luck, Dr. Wendy.
Good luck, girl. We hope you get out of this.
For sure.
All right, y'all. Y'all ready to get into more? We know why the people are here. So if y'all could go ahead and like up the video for me so that we could talk about the girls that's been having the people in shambles lately.
Is it a plot?
Let's talk about it.
Is it a plot?
Okay, the plot. Let's
Is it a
get into the
scheme
plot.
That Tar set up to come to you with the bullshit.
With the bull. With the bull. Real Housewives of Atlanta. Episode 7. I think these ladies have been having pretty good episodes, out of the 7. I feel like it's probably been at least 5 good entertaining ones. I feel like the first one was shaky, and I feel like we got another one that was like, it's like last week was annoying, but I think overall they've been doing pretty good these first few episodes. And I feel like this episode was more so around K. Michelle. The fact that she felt like Drew was trying her as far as mentioning Black often. And then the situation with Porsha and the oysters. What are y'all thoughts on that? Because before we get into it, y'all know Porsha was getting into it with Kelly. Kelly said she had a hot chili cheese Frito. Okay. People felt like the oysters were about Kelly. I don't think they were. I don't think the oyster comment, the vagina stuff, I don't think that was about Kelly.
You don't think so?
I feel like if Kelly was looking at the oysters for you to call somebody else cootie tois hot chili cheese Fritos, that makes me feel like you know more about their cootie tois and you may know more about cootie tois. So with that being said, then when you looking at the oysters, you'll be the one to be able to identify what kind of thing it is. And it'll be shade towards Porsha. Like, well, let me check it. Yeah, that one clean. Because to me, it's giving, it ain't no hot chili cheese Fritos. That one clean. So for Porsha to do it, I didn't really think that it had nothing to do with Kelly. At first I did. At first I thought.
I was going to say the same thing.
I watched it again and I'm like, wait a minute.
And then Kim was sitting next to her too. So when she pushed the oyster over.
Right.
This one right here got to sit.
It was this.
She pushed it over. Thank you.
This got us in. And when she said this is clean again, I was like, why would you do that?
No, K. Michelle's face though.
Kelly.
When that happened, K. Michelle was man. K. Michelle face. I was just blindless. I was just listening to the show, barely watching. I turned my head, and when I saw K. Michelle's face, I was kind of like, damn, because honestly, y'all, if K. Michelle had not reacted that way, I think that the girls would have kept building shit and building shit and building shit. If she didn't react that way, I would not have caught it this episode at all.
Same. I agree. The crying was perfect. I don't know. I was like, I don't know why people can't see it, but her crying was the perfect response. It gave her, first of all, time to process what was happening because she was just having a good time with them. And now you're making slick ass comments and now somebody telling me there's some shit going on behind the scenes, and now you sitting in my face. And I see the way everybody been defending you. I see the way you're allowed to kind of just lie on people and people actually believe you.
Facts.
So I gotta be careful about the way I approach the situation with the person that a whole bunch of people willing to jump in front of. Because look at Angela. Angela was doing dirty work. This episode.
She thought she was Billy Badass. It was like, no, I got it. What's the problem? Look at your face. Angela was doing the most.
Battery in back. It was battery in back, girl. It was too much. So I just feel like everybody want to think that K. Michelle is crazy, and she is, but not like this. Like not in a way that she's just making this shit up and she just want attention. That's not what's happening at all. I don't get why y'all can't see Porsha, but I forget Glamour Magic works. Glamour Magic works.
Listen,
I think it's the dingy part too, because I got quite a few comments of people saying y'all giving Porsha too much credit. But I don't know. And I feel like I'm undecided. Like for me, there's definitely a plot. Okay, that's how reality TV works.
Exactly.
But I don't know for sure if that was the plot, if that plot that she learned was like that was the moment, or if I don't know, because
I think it was the build up.
I clocked Porsha episode 1 too, where she was acting like, "Hey girl," but it's like, nah, you being shady because you over here like, oh, we're not gonna get into it with Drew. Like, what singers have you not gotten into? It's like you want her to have an issue with Drew. Something about that's who I honestly think was telling K. Michelle about the whole black situation. I think it was Porsha, in my personal, because that's what she was close with at the time. I feel like she want them to have an issue, but
nigga, she just put that out. She just put that out today that Porsha was talking to one of her exes and telling her about the things that they were talking about.
Yeah,
and vice versa.
So you think the ex is the one that gave her a call and told her about the plot?
Yeah, or they were in communication. I'm not completely sure, but she did say. When she said, "Oh, you 2 doors down and you talking to my ex," and then on a radio interview with one of them people, child, she said that it was her ex. She didn't know that we were talking. He was calling me and telling me what they were talking about. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if it was exactly in that moment that she found out about a plot, but definitely the conversations that Porsha and him were having, he was sharing that with K. Michelle.
I'm gonna do.
Let's check it out.
Do something to me. Just don't be a coward about it. Don't plot. Mm-hmm. Don't plot no trauma on me.
Yeah.
And where are things
I'm gonna go back to this.
To poke her and make her talk because you're self-producing and you want to get ratings. You think that you're the producer. I'm not. You're not gonna produce me.
Okay.
If you're gonna do something to me, just don't be a coward about it. Don't plot. Mm-hmm. Don't plot no trauma on me.
Yeah.
And
where are things now between you and Porsha? Because I saw the response. Really? Has it gotten to that point?
Man.
And why? And the reason I'm saying this because I think the hurt, it's clearly you're hurt, right? And I want people to really understand that. It's not just.
I'm there with that because, honestly.
Sure.
She's a fun girl. Like all of that. And, we're dealing with a woman who for years have begun caught lying on people. Every year. And when it comes to her, I feel like, she feels like, it's her show or whatever. I never play with line. I never play line leader games. Like you're never gonna have me fall in line. You're never gonna make me fall in line. It's just never going to happen.
Right.
So if I don't play it your way, you won't play it this way. And just know I'm gonna play it that way. So hopefully, I'm always open, especially in this type of arena and things. You have to. I don't know what that woman do with her hot pocket. I don't do certain things. Like some stuff is just not player. I'm just not
sure.
That.
Like yeah.
But no. That ain't false. You can't say you bringing me into a friend group and you around here, you banging on my last known ex and telling him. And he telling me, and you sit here like you my friend. And I'm supposed to sit up here and be all open to be brought into this friend group, and I'm your friend. I'm trying to be your friend. You have what I don't like to do is go on people, what people's reputation are, because I know I've had a reputation,
right?
And that's not it. So I try to be fair,
right?
But you also have to be aware,
right?
Your actions are not that of a girl's girl.
Mm-mm.
They've never been. And if you started looking at me, telling me how much you love me, and I'm knowing everything.
Now, to be fair, did she know? Were you guys friends at that time, or is it like?
No, it's not about that. I got a whole husband.
Right.
It ain't that. It's the fact that you'll see, because I may be getting a little bit ahead.
Right. Well, we'll see.
It's the fact that you were hiding something that you didn't have to hide on purpose when I would have sang at y'all wedding. To poke her and make her talk.
So 2 things. One, I would have thought K. Michelle would have been more. Well, let me say this. Number one, for the people that did not watch the interview, K. Michelle was not crying about what the girls did on the show. She was crying about the fact that the allegations made about her and her hot pocket was something that led to her child being bullied in school very badly. And because of that, that is why she got emotional about it. Number 2, I was thinking she was going to be upset with Porsha for telling her business to the ex versus Porsha lying about something that she didn't have to necessarily lie about. So I do understand that, but
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. What are y'all thinking about that? I will say she did also say she talked about Drew in this interview, and she said that it's more entertaining for her to beef with Drew than it is to beef with Porsha. And I personally feel like it's more entertaining to beef with Porsha than it is to beef with Drew, because the beef with Drew does not necessarily make sense to me. So I think you should beef with Porsha. And K. Michelle also talked about being out of her character. She don't want to show her, as she noted, that people want to get her triggered because she hasn't been giving them anything. But the way she politely sat in this interview and she just read Porsha down, that's what I want to see. That's all. I just want to. You ain't got to do nothing extra. You ain't got to scoot to the edge of the sofa. Just eat her up as calmly as Angela was talking to Pinky. Is that simple?
I get why she isn't. So when she said that it's more entertaining for her to beef with Drew than it is to beef with Porsha, I think we're forgetting, and this is on my Housewives boot camp, they in a simulation right now. They in a game. So Porsha has climbed the ranks to the point to where she ain't got to do too much. Like if K. Michelle started directly arguing with Porsha wouldn't have to do nothing to make her look crazy. Matter of fact, it'd be people like Angela who will step up to the front and be ready to argue on Porsha's behalf about something that had nothing to do with Porsha. And we saw it this past episode. The only thing that I'm concerned about is is she gonna pull a Monique? Because she addressed Drew, which to me, I completely disagree with that. I don't think that Drew was a part of the initial plot. I think that Drew found out about the plot and Drew wanted to get in where she fit in. And that's why she started mentioning Black. But honestly, K. Michelle was the first person to link herself to Black. So the whole Drew situation, I feel like K. Michelle did pull a Monique. Where it's like you arguing with Candace, even though the girls who started the rumor was actually Giselle. So I'm just holding my breath because I'm glad that K. Michelle has clocked it. But like I said, this is a game. This is a simulation. If you've been to Real Housewives boot camp, the alliances go deep. So I don't know if she gonna be able to successfully show the audience what's really going on in the way that we know, because we break the show down. So I think she's right. For her best interest, it is better for her to argue with Drew, but I also hope that she's able to make up with Drew as well, because if she hangs on to the shit with Drew while never addressing Porsha, she out of the game.
I agree. She's definitely out of the game. But I also had this thought as I talked about it earlier. Could it also be possible that K. Michelle don't think that Porsha's going to get it? Because she already talked to Porsha, right? So she's already had that conversation. This is how you made me feel, whatever the case is. So now she's at a point where, you done did this shit again. So you did it in front of me with Kelly. You done did it to me. Now you're doing it again to me. It's not even worth talking to you because you're going to still be on the same shit. So you know what? I'm just not going to give you nothing. But because she has to give her opinion in the confessionals after the fact, it doesn't look good if we're not seeing her address Porsha. I mean, it's really no different than Shamia last season when Shamia was going around having issues, but she wouldn't have the conversation with Porsha, and then they finally had that conversation. Maybe we'll see that with Kay. She does say keep watching, so hopefully we'll get to see her have the conversation, but she ain't gotta I think she doesn't want to act how she acts on Love and Hip Hop. And I'm here to say that you don't necessarily have to get somebody together. That's what I think. You've already shown that you had the conversation with her, so just do it again.
I definitely think that she needs to just, outright have the confrontation with Porsha. But I also feel like not doing it in that moment was a better decision. Because I personally feel like I would be cool if they drag this shit out to the reunion and we finally get a full cuss out at the reunion. Because sometimes even, and I said the viewers don't like to have to wait for the story to progress. They want you to get right to it. And I know we're deep in the episodes, but this is her first season. And she really has been scoping and watching. And I also think she peeped the way everybody just follows behind Porsha. And so I do feel like I don't want to get into an argument right now that's going to result in me getting into an argument with all of y'all, because all of y'all are going to jump in to defend Porsha in one way or another, or to deflect, or to gang up. And I also feel like it's a plot to also have Shamia wrapped up in it too. I almost feel like the goal was always to find a reason to go at Shamia. As much as people like to think that Porsha don't care about, Shamia and she's unbothered by her, it's really bullshit. I think
she's super bothered.
She passive aggressively fucks with Shamia. And I think what Shamia has understood since being friends with her since a child is that you can never really outright get into it with Porsha, because it'll always end up with you looking like the bad guy and her playing victim.
That is so true.
She does this all the time.
That in combination with, I think that Shamia makes herself inferior to Porsha.
Yes.
And even I saw a tweet.
It's their mom.
Yeah, exactly. I think that Shamia makes herself inferior. And I think they was just used to their dynamic. So she just gonna let Porsha do what she do. But I had a question for y'all.
What's up?
It had to do with K Michelle. So K Michelle, y'all said that she noticed that people are willing to follow behind Porsha. And I couldn't help but think that that's what K Michelle was playing a little bit into in the first 2 episodes when she was telling the group that Black was in her DMs. So she go from that to this past episode saying, I got a whole husband, why are you connecting me to that man? I feel like she did it, and now she feeling away and just assuming that Drew is a part of the plot because you thought that you was going to get on the inside. Like, you thought you was cool with Porsha, hee hee ha ha, let me bring this up. But now that they're being nice to Drew, you automatically think that Drew is a part of the plot that I don't think she's a part of, even though I do believe there's a plot.
I can agree with that thought, because I feel like it's no different than them trying to do the same to Shamia, like Angela assuming because she's talking to K Michelle that Shamia was the one that told K Michelle X, Y, and Z. And another reason why I agree with that is because, of course, Porsha brought her in. I think that they were originally supposed to be. I think it was supposed to be like the oldies, the ladies that are familiar with reality TV. But Porsha showed herself. So now K Michelle is getting closer to the other ladies that had something in common because they felt out of place. She didn't have her glam. They didn't like their room. So now the ladies are feeling away, right? Because K Michelle has aligned herself in a sense with them versus being
right. She's in the house with
Mia versus with them. Yeah.
I think the idea was to pick at her until she became like a follower. That's what I think Porsha was doing. When you say it's a plot, it doesn't mean there's supposed to be this big aha. No, it means that my intentions are to fuck with this person. And I've said I'm going to fuck with this person. and I've said it to somebody else, and I'm gonna just keep fucking with her until she falls in line. That's a way that narcissistic people, bullies, mean girls, the head of the mean girl squad, the way she gets people to fall in line is by nice, nasty picking at them and fucking with their head to the point that they don't know whether she really playing with them or not. And
like Drew.
Yes.
The hot, cold, but you really just want to be a friend.
And I don't know you. Mm-hmm.
And to me, I'm and I don't know you. This ain't TLC. Let me tell y'all, to me, Drew does too much performing. I can see performance in everything that Drew does. I'll never forget, Diva, you might have been the one that said this, that when she was getting herself ready in the scene that long time ago, right before she met with Kenya, and she was doing her lip trails and shit. I gave her the benefit of the doubt back then, but now I see how much she performs in every scene, and it is exhausting for her to be performing to that level because I can't trust anything that she's saying because of how much she performs. Even though I don't think that her and Black were the initial start out, I do feel like she thought I can add this on. And the reason why I say that is because she was overperforming at certain moments. I'm going to keep going back to that video call because it didn't make any sense for you to sit on that call the entire dinner unless you wanted to make sure that production got him in that scene. We have already seen that man. We know that
I agree with that.
He was forcing him to have to be in the scene, which made me feel like you wanted him to be a part of something besides just being your little boo that you friends with.
Yeah, I would have to say one other thing. I agree with the acting. My least favorite character of Drew's is I'm from Chicago. Don't fuck with me. That is my least favorite character because I'm not even believing it. When she was arguing with K. Michelle and stood up, it reminded me of when she got into that argument with Med School on the game. Have y'all seen people do reenacting it?
Okay, she thinks she T-buys when she get upset. What?
Yeah, I was here for that though. She's just, I feel like the move Drew pulled to me is what I see normally, or what I used to see normally back at home. It's standing up, I'm finna grab my hands, and I don't know you. Like, that's what it gave. But I feel like Drew,
she did some
other
other
moves from Chicago, so
Yes.
it did not hit the exact same. But it
I
was
don't know
funny
you,
as
and
fuck.
then she went to that. I don't know her.
No,
And
she
this-
started with the Chicago. What the fuck you talking about?
No, I thought we were still doing this at some point.
What? Can we stop? Girl,
She
Chicago. I said
Jedi
Chicago.
mind tricked K. She Jedi mind tricked K, y'all. And that's another thing I picked up on her. So when she got up in her seat, y'all, she over exaggerated getting up.
She
so
did,
that
she
Kay
did.
would think that she was jumping up. So K said, "Oh, we hopping in seats, huh?" And so
He wanted somebody to hold her back. She got up like,
yes,
you didn't have to do all that.
So to me, it felt like the thing that Drew was trying to get K. Michelle to do, which was pop up first, she actually ended up doing. And I was just like, bitch, you're not even convincing at this shit.
And as Kay's trying to get up, Portia's holding her back.
Thank you. I was exactly, and that's on analyzing body.
That's the one thing. Why you didn't turn around and say, "Bitch, get off me"? Why you didn't tell her get off?
Why you didn't say, "Bitch"? That's what made me question.
In Kay's defense, you know, her target. Like, my eyes on you right now. I'm on Drew right now.
No.
You know what I thought? Stop it mid. Well,
yes,
I guess
because she's physically, that is more. Porsha was more imposing than Drew, and the beef was with Porsha. So number one, it would be like, bitch, back up off me.
I know what it is.
And then two, it would go here. So that's what made me question: does K. Michelle have the ability to address Porsha and come out on top?
Want to? It's not that she's scared to. She don't want to fuck with Porsha because she kind of want to fuck with Porsha. Listen, everybody know that K. Michelle is bisexual.
You mean like that?
No, that's why I think on some level she's attracted to her. She thinks she's beautiful. So she doesn't really want to fight with her like that because she's pretty. And the only reason I'm saying that right now that I'm thinking about, not in the way that Porsha is.
I think she is
both beautiful,
I
but
think
I
she
think
is.
not what you're saying, but different. Like, I don't want to fuck with Porsha because I want to fuck with Porsha, meaning, bitch, the move you thought you was gonna pull on me, I'm gonna get you.
Oh, I think
Now
so.
you
I
in
think
your
she gonna
head
get
trying
her
to
on
figure
a
out who the hell I'm talking about.
exactly.
But I'm
I think
talking about you
Vince
though.
fuck with her.
But I'm gonna
I
get
do
with
think
you.
that. But
Cause
think
she's
about the
still
way
in
she
watching mode. I ain't considered that. Huh?
think about the way she was fucking with Jocelyn. Like, this is not far-fetched, y'all. Like, let's not act like, I'm talking about in comments. Let's not act like K. Michelle hasn't said that she fucks with women. Okay?
Yeah, she said chocolate woman the last episode. She
the way
was going into that.
The way she was talking about Shamia, she was like, "Oh yeah, that's my type of woman right there." Stop with this narrative, Bondi. Bitch, spell my name right, okay?
No, for us.
But okay, so since let's get into it because I want to share this real quick where K. Michelle opens up and talks about watching her men when it comes to women.
If came to you and told your husband did something to them that he didn't do to you, you gonna feel some type of way, huh?
Sexually?
Yeah.
That's not possible.
Oh.
That's not possible. It's been that many years, all type positions, legs up, choreography, all that. That's not possible. So if you're gonna tell me my husband was out with you and he paid your light bill, then we probably have a problem.
Hold on, you get upset. So if he pay a bill, that's what you gonna get.
Pay a bill.
So you want him to just poke
and go. What do you mean? What do you mean? If men gonna be men and they need the feeling doesn't include paying bills. If that's your feeling, then you're not my man. You shouldn't be paying nobody's bills, buying them no little ass purses. I don't care about purses myself. Most likely they're singing my songs in the mirror and they're telling their friends that they was humping on my husband as they sing the songs. The last thing that you was going to do is sit up here and pay a fan bill because I already do it. I already paid a fan bill. I've been doing it for over 6 years. I get up every week and pick a fan bill to pay. And I don't have to publicize it or nothing. We already paying fans bills. So you finna go sleep with a fan and then give them something? Oh no.
I ain't know these type of, I hear about it, but I ain't really never talked to somebody that's like, okay, he do. You're not watching though, right?
I would if that was offered to me. Sometimes I do like
you. Hold on, time out. Let me get a 20-second time out. I don't need a full minute time. I need a 20-second time out to regroup right quick. You mean to tell me you could watch your man?
I have several times.
Beat somebody, but you get up on that?
Maybe it's weird, but I kind of like it. Like it's these things with me.
Okay. I'm interested.
No, I'm not. It's not like me being, oh, she's super freaky. No.
You super freaky.
He said, no, it's not. He always says with me, it's never about the things that people would think.
Somebody came to you and told your husband did something to them that he didn't do to you, you gonna feel some type of way, huh?
Sexually?
Yeah.
That's not possible.
Oh.
That's not possible. It's been that many years, all type positions, legs up, choreography, all that. That's not possible. So if you're gonna tell me my husband was out with you and he
All right. I want to get you guys' thoughts on this, considering the fact that her being a married woman, as a woman, she's a married one. And the fact that Drew was trying to link her to a man named Black as a married woman. But she don't mind her man cheating or nothing. So I just feel like if you were linked to him, what would be the issue, considering the fact that you just got married right before the show?
Exactly.
And you got the text messages or the DMs to prove the last time y'all had communication. I would think it's not that big of a deal. And these are the reasons why I feel like the going after Drew is a reach, and the going after Drew is you likely one of the weakest links here. So I'm gonna beef with you.
I think she settled. I think she reached that point of exhaust. I don't think that K. Michelle is the type of person that'll do anything to have a man, but I think she reached a point in time where she'd do anything to have a husband. Because when she explained, when she came on the show, how basically she was dating somebody else, it was going really good. And she basically doubled back and was like, hey, let's go ahead and get married. After they had been in a situationship, on again, off again for 9 years, she said. It's contradictory. When she speaks about things about being a wife, it's very much like, oh, I would never disrespect my husband. My husband is my husband. That. it sounds very traditional. But then you come to us with the, nah, I want to watch him have sex with other women. To your point, Jamie, then what's the big deal? So I don't know. It just sounds very contradictory. And I think she just loves to let everybody know that she has a husband. She thinks that it gives her status. Now, if y'all want to be in an open relationship, I don't give a fuck. But the contradictions are just odd to me. And I'm tired of hearing her say, my husband.
I think that she got married so that she could say she's a housewife for real. It added more validity to her coming on this show, especially because she already saw herself as being beneath these women because of the way people thought about Love and Hip Hop versus Real Housewives. But the truth of the matter is, like, they don't have a right to feel that way because Porsha has been rolling around on the ground for years on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, you know, kicking people in the puss, all kind of stuff has happened on Real Housewives of Atlanta. People don't need to pedestalize them in that way to me. But when it comes to her marriage and her relationship, she's doing what a lot of women do. You know, you want to be a wife so damn bad that you're willing to get it however you can get it. And that's what she did. But the way people are responding to her saying that she's a cuck or a voyeur and she likes to watch her husband have sex with other women, I think it's weird that people are so like reactive to these things because they actually do happen. And there's somebody that's around people that have a whole bunch of different types of relationships. There are people that it's like, just because he's allowed to do something doesn't mean that I want to do something. Usually in dynamics like that, she's allowed to be with women, but not with men. That's different. It feels different. And so you can't have a situation where, no, I don't want to be linked to another dude if that's not what our arrangement is. If they have an arrangement, and they might have an arrangement.
And that makes sense now that you're married, right?
Right.
But when this happened, y'all wasn't married. So it's like, what we doing, Kay?
But I also felt like maybe on some level, it was more so I don't want to be linked to that nigga. Like, that's what I
She
thought.
did, though. She
brought it
let
up,
him be linked to
though.
him.
Wait,
Yeah.
like, that's not what I mean. Like, when I say linked to, not that, oh, I know him, but like I'm fucking with him like that. She was like, that nigga was in my DMs. The way she said it, it was like he tries to fuck with everybody. So we shouldn't think that the relationship between Drew and him is, you know, a real
relationship.
But nobody thought that she was linked to him sexually. That's the thing.
But I think that is the idea that what they were planning to maybe put out there was that it was something more based on how he was DMing her. Y'all know how it be sometimes, but because they didn't comment it on your story and you might have liked whatever they said, then it's like y'all was talking or something like that.
I do think he wanted to embellish. I will say.
He seems like one to make things seem more than they really are.
Yeah, for sure. Them big ass teeth.
And that's why I was thinking that, like you said, Niecy, it wasn't something that it started out being that way, but it almost felt like, ooh, we could use this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's, especially if the idea is to get a response out of her, even if it's not true, even if there's no validity to it. She hurry up and ran and got married. If we just say she was fucking with this dude, it's gonna cause her to respond. And I think that most of what she's talking about is to get her to like respond to them angrily. They want her to throw a candle. They, you know what I'm saying? They want her to hit somebody with some fucking flowers. Like, I think that is what not just the people watching want, but I also feel like that is what that's what the women on the show want. That's what Porsha and Phaedra and Drew want.
And that's what makes sense. Because I don't think, and see, that's the, like, I agree with what you're saying until to a point. Because again, I feel like Drew only brought that up once. And what K. Michelle said out her mouth is that she heard this. You're going around. When I first got here, it was said in the Atlanta streets that this, that, and the other. So who is the person that's bringing you the information? And this is where I still go back and I put it on Porsha. I feel like it's all Porsha, and the person that needs to be addressed is not being addressed.
Yeah. I hope she got 3 episodes. That's too many. I'm sorry. She got 2 episodes in my book, meaning this next one is fine. But by the next episode, she better address her, or I'm gonna do her like Shamia.
Can I answer this question in the comments?
Yeah.
Because somebody asked how when she's the one that brought it up. So let me explain. That's why I said it wasn't from the beginning. This is how it could happen. I'm not sure, but my critical thinking tells me the possibility of we're having a conversation. I say that I know of him. Now you have it in your mind. Oh, they know each other? Oh, well, let me go ask him about it. And him like, yeah, you know, I was flirting with her in the DMs or whatever. Oh, maybe I could bring this back because she's married now. So I wonder if she had to have been with him when this happened, if it wasn't that long ago. Like, do you hear how quick, just because you presented that you knew him, I can now try to use that to get at you?
I hear that. I get that.
Happened. I'm just saying that's how it could have happened.
Yeah, I understand that, but I feel absolutely no type of way because K. Michelle brought it to the front in my Jamie voice.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, K. Michelle did not have to even say she knew that man. She said she knew that man, thinking that she was going to be able to do to Drew what Drew is now doing to her when she was cool with Porsha. I don't condone the shit that Porsha and them doing, but I think that the table's just flipped.
Yeah, I could definitely see that because it was given. I want to make sure that I separate myself from Drew as a singer, as an artist. So I can see her even more so wanting to kind of give Drew a cold shoulder as to not be not be in a singing group with her.
Mm-hmm. I got you. Speaking of singing group,
I still feel like, because everybody's acting. No, Bondi, like it's a possibility. Like, don't play me like I'm fucking dumb or something like that. It's a possibility. Weird ass bitches.
You not. We've been in Housewives boot camps. We the analysts, the professors. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm not
we giving y'all all different perspectives.
That's
like anything
fine.
is possible.
Like you see, I mean, they, I forget Jamie's people really can't stand me. I be forgetting. Shit,
I didn't know that.
It's a few
Nah.
of them. It's
I think that it's a regular occurrence. We don't ever talk about this shit that much, but whenever we go to a different person's channel, there's always some people who like exclusively only watch one person. So when they get on, they end up being so judgmental of people because they're not really like, they not OLFP gang. They ladybugs or bonbons. Yeah, and then they like watch the one time, but they don't really know everybody. That be irritating, but it is what it is. Thank you for watching.
Right. Thanks for watching.
But I hope nobody that is, my people ever treats, any of my, because I'll block y'all myself if I saw y'all in my comments with the shit. Jamie don't have to do it, but I'm just telling you what I would do. So just to be clear.
I would do it too. Okay. I will block y'all.
Individual choices, you know what I'm saying?
I have.
But yeah.
Before we go, about to get out of here, I just need one word, and we about to piece out this thing. Who you going with in the verses? Either K. Michelle or Tamar. I'm rocking with K. Michelle. Y'all gotta let me know real fast before we get up out of here.
I'm going with K. Michelle. I'm going with K. Michelle.
K. Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. Love and War might do it, but can't raise a man. Yeah, I'm gonna go with K. Michelle.
VSOP.
Yes, VSOP.
Yeah. Fallen. Yeah, that's the Fallen's gonna eat all that up though.
I can't name any Tamar song besides Love and War.
How many times? Finna tell
that song in the snow.
I'm not a good example though.
Y'all remember that song? I used to know that one real hard.
In the snow. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
I bet y'all know when I see it.
Maybe if I heard the song, I would know.
I guess I saw All the Way Home. No, that's a good one though. That's not the one I'm.
Oh, that's Tamar.
About. Yeah, I was talking about Tamar. Tamar has a song back in the day, in the snow, in the like early, like I think.
In the night. Oh,
and I Can't Choose. I used to know that shit by heart. That shit was such a pop. Or was it If You Don't? Girl, I cannot remember. Help me. I can't remember. She was in
I gotta see the video.
The video was her in the snow, and it was back when she had like her original face, and she was so
not
cute.
Original. Goddamn.
Yes, yes.
Original
It was
face.
before, for real. It was before
They said I look like.
No, every time they play it, I laugh.
I
Every
cannot.
time they play it, I laugh. But I hate to say that I need to see it play out because I feel like K Michelle does have more bangers, like as far as songs
sure.
we're gonna listen to. But I
sure.
think Tamar still has more like radio hits. So it depends on how many songs they go for.
I really think I thought K Michelle had more hits. By now, I think they may be neck and neck. This is where Tamar could potentially win. The writing, I think she may be on some other songs because with the verses, how it started isn't what it is right now. In the beginning, it was just about what your music, just like who got the best sound, who music I like. Not so much as writing. I feel like people that didn't have enough music started adding in their writing, and because they're adding in the writing part, it's like, oh damn.
Yeah, like Tank when he added shit. Yeah, that was crazy.
Did y'all see him and Ashley getting into it on social media this week?
No.
Yeah,
No. Ashley Miller?
Yes, Ashley Miller. Yo.
No.
It was so funny. He started going in on her because I guess the Dunbar. Y'all know
Duran.
Duran said that, he can't really sing the Tevin Campbell song. So he was telling the story. I think Ashley might have gave commentary about how, this is why them celebrities need to just chill out. Like, y'all don't need to respond to everything. Talking about Tank. And then right here come Tank. Well, sometimes y'all want us to say something. And then the next time y'all don't want us to say something. I was just like, wait a minute.
I didn't see it.
They went back and forth for like a few tweets. I was like, not Tank arguing with Ashley on the internet.
I couldn't believe it. Because I didn't see, I think the guy's name is Kerry. I did see those tweets on Shade Room. And he said something about a goat in a man's throat or something like that.
A goat in who throat?
Fried.
Who he say that about?
In Tank throat. And so Tank started going back at him. I'm like, yo, this man is getting fried. Then he called Tank by his government name.
Oh my God. I forgot what's that nigga real
up.
His real name. Oh my God, I forgot it. But his real name is hilarious.
Darrell. He said, okay, Darrell, or something like that. I was like,
it's someone with an L.
He didn't.
He
looked like a Darrell.
I was so tickled by these guys.
Like Angela looked like a Damon.
What did he say?
Did she?
I've been saying she looked like
she looked. Listen, I was like, Pinky, you took it too far. But when she pulled up to that dynasty party, I was.
You can see it. That wig really brought it home. But I was like,
the wig in the ill-fitted dress.
That's what he was talking about.
Oh no, he said his throat was doing the cha-cha slide. He said you didn't even sing the song from your chest. Your throat is doing the cha-cha. The cha-cha slide trying to sing a song in the original key by a 15-year-old.
That's terrible. If you don't want to love me, that's the song that Tamar sung in the Yeah, she was. Yeah, that was the shit back in the day. That was on my. I put that shit on a CD back in the day. If you don't want to love me.
Yes, I remember now. That's crazy. What's this? The snow? I didn't know that was the snow. Yeah, she did have. Okay,
remember because she.
I remember this.
Yes,
that was such a good song.
It was, girl. I remember. I found it not too long ago. I was like, bitch, memory unlocked. I used to be singing this shit so hard in my room.
Now they have to do the verses.
They do.
Like K Michelle bringing it up, that y'all gotta do it. Like if Gucci Man and Yo Gotti can get up there and do it and even tag the shit out each other in the middle, y'all gotta do it.
It's gonna be just like Tank and Tyrese because it's gonna be a singing competition. That's what it's about. It's not about the songs. It's about who gonna be able to get up there and sing their face off and hit all of their notes. That's
Tamar. K Michelle can sing too, but what? Tamar don't sound the same no more.
Tamar's inconsistent.
She sound good. Hold on, what?
Sound good, but she's inconsistent. Like there are times when Tamar is on point exceptionally, and there are times when you hear her singing and she's off key at live shows, and that's why I say she's a little inconsistent. And I just think that's recently. She didn't used to be like that, but like in the past few years, she's been more inconsistent in her vocals. That makes me feel like if K Michelle don't overdrink, she might beat her ass a little bit, especially if Tamar can't get into the register.
I don't think drinking matter with K. I don't know what KB having in them glasses at them concerts, but
you know,
I think mamas still be.
Because you know, verses is different from a concert. They be way more lax at them fucking verses. That's
yeah,
why,
they be chilling.
Listen, I almost feel like that's what was going on with Tyrese. Why he kept going backstage? What's wrong with you? Why you keep going?
Yeah, he was tripping and left his lady on the stage. Tyrese was tripping. He was
turtleneck.
Like
hate in his verses, turtleneck. I'm sorry, y'all. It still tickles me to no end.
All right, y'all. We are out of here. We thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you. Like up the video, subscribe to the channel, all of our channels. Follow us over there on social media. You can also catch us on Facebook, okay? Catch us on Facebook, Ooh Ladies First Podcast, all right? Some details will be dropping soon, and you want to be in that number when it does drop. All right, so make sure that you're following us on Facebook, and we will catch you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.